Well, I finally figured out a solution. Well, I say figure out, I've been doing this for a few series now, but yeah, I'm just combining it whenever I talk about a problem creature, and it'll count for both series. So that means that this run of Toxic Terror will only be 3 cards long. Yeah, get over it. Well, anyway, welcome back to Monsters of the Toxic Deep, or whatever. Today, we're talking about this funny little fish that can inflate like a balloon. Pufferfish slash porcupine fish. But before we continue, this is a porcupine fish, and this is a puffer fish. What's the difference? Well, a few actually. For one, they belong to different families. Pufferfish, also known as blowfish, belong to the Tetradontidae family, while porcupine fish belong to the Diodontidae family. Also, porcupine fish have a lot more noticeable spikes than pufferfish, which have tiny spikes. But now that we got that out of the way, I'm pretty much going to talk about these two simultaneously since they are pretty similar creatures, all things considered. For both these fish, at first glance, they look pretty much like typical fish, except maybe a bit more cylindrical. I don't know. Porcupine fish have big eyes, so there's that. However, when threatened, they will fill their body with either water or air, depending on where they are, and inflate themselves just like a balloon. Once it's inflated, most predators have a hard time getting a grip on it since, as you know, spheres are very hard shaped to get a grip on. Go ahead, try it out. Try grabbing onto a ball using only your teeth. Exactly. And not a rubber ball you could fit in your whole mouth at once. That's cheating. I mean like a sports ball. Anyway, even if the predator manages to get past the shape, there's still the issue of the fact that the fish have poisonous gallbladders, which contains a toxin known as tetrotoxin, which is more deadly than cyanide, and when ingested causes the brain to stop receiving signals from nerves, causing complete paralysis. As for their own personal lifestyle, these fish consume hard-shelled animals like clams and crustaceans. If they don't, then their beak will grow too large to open and they will starve to death. Some species of inflating fish are also freshwater species living in places like the Nile River and the Congo. Also, one species of pufferfish actually makes circles in the sand in order to attract females. And also, dolphins like to get high off of pufferfish poison. Because why not? Why not? Yeah, they just take advantage of another creature's defense mechanism. Because why not? That's just how dolphins are, I guess. Okay, let's look at the cards. Alright, for pufferfish, it's mostly fine, but on the back it claims they have eyelids and that's how they blink. Now, yes, pufferfish are indeed capable of blinking, but it's not because they have eyelids. Instead, the way they blink is that they suck their eyes into their socket and then close the entire area of skin around around that hole. Yeah, it's a pretty complicated way to blink, but that's how they do it. To be fair, this was discovered relatively recently, but hey, these are about how well the cards have aged, so 9 out of 10. And as for the porcupine fish, it does the whole thing where it only lists a single genus, even if the name refers to an entire family, so 9 out of 10. Pufferfish are pretty famous fish thanks to their unique quirk. They're decently popular pets, and almost every aquarium has them. And pufferfish show up quite a lot in aquatic themed media. Like you got Mrs. Puff, the driving teacher from SpongeBob, Bloat from Finding Nemo, and the guy from Shark Tale, played by the guy who we should have listened to about Marvel movies, but we thought he was just being crazy. In Japan, pufferfish is known as fugu, and it's considered a delicacy. However, as mentioned earlier, pufferfish have poisonous organs, so as such, making fugu is a very delicate procedure, and you need a license to do it. In fact, nearly 100 people a year die from improperly prepared fugu. Though it should be noted that all these deaths are from unlicensed chefs or people trying to make it themselves. There hasn't been a death from a licensed chef in quite some time. To get around potential death, some pufferfish have actually been bred to not be poisonous, but this is pretty controversial among fugu chefs, since they say it defeats the entire point of eating fugu. It's the risk that makes it fun. And plus, some fugu chefs actually leave a bit of the poison on the fish in order to give it a bit of tang, since the poison causes a bit of numbness when consumed in very small amounts. Well, that's all for this episode. Join us next time when we talk about other cartigenoless fish that aren't sharks or rays. Bye.